information and knowledge that you need.
And social networking?
With social networking, I think there's further issues there. If you think about it, as we're talking now, we're looking each other in the eye. We're not that familiar with each other, so you'd be alarmed if I hugged you, probably, and it's not that kind of relationship. But you learn very quickly as you're growing the kind of relationship, the degree to which you know someone, on how you respond to them, how close you sit to them, your voice tone, how much you look them in the eye, how much you look away. If I was to stare you in the eye now, that would freak you out. And if I stared away as I was talking to you, that would also spook you. So these are very subtle, clever skills that we learn as we're growing. And my fear is that none of these are available on Facebook, so that if you're constantly with social networking sites, with your 900 friends or whatever, you're not learning these very important skills for social communication, which means that when you're confronted with it, you'll feel uncomfortable. And therefore, you'll resort back to the 900 friends rather than feeling uncomfortable, going red and sweating palms and your voice going squeaky. You'll feel uncomfortable and unhappy. How much nicer to talk to the screen. So my fear there is that that will reduce empathy, because obviously one only knows how other people feel by picking up on their body language and their voice tones and so on. And also I'm concerned about one's own identity, because one's own identity is very much anchored in a past and a future and a life story where things are significant and mean something, where things have a certain degree of permanence, where actions can't be reversed. And the screen technologies, if you lump them together, actually put you in an environment where you are in the here and now, where things can be reversed, where you are the passive recipient to what is bombarding you. And I just wonder whether...
Are you talking now about computer games? Or?
Well, both. In both cases, you are...
Social networking
Yes,
sites.
in both cases, you're passive responding to fast things coming in. And I just wonder with Twitter, for example, whether that's an example of people who are in existential crisis, because who really cares about what you have for breakfast and what socks you're putting on? And yet, in certain cases, people will do this solipsistic readout of everything they're doing and thinking. And that reminds me slightly of a small child. Look at me, I'm putting on one sock. Look at me, I'm putting on another sock. Look at me, Mummy, because you don't look at me. How do I know I'll exist? And I think that, therefore, notions of identity might get less robust than they are now.